Founded in 1836, Wisconsin's capital city of Madison serves as the backdrop for this second round of the Prinx Cup. Detroit City of the USL Championship looks to kick their tires on their journey in the USL Cup as they visit Forward Madison. Welcome inside Breeze Stevens Field along with our broadcast team, Jake Griffith. A pleasure to have you alongside us. Tonight's match presented by Dairyland Insurance. And we start our show with a look at our Group 4 standings entering round 2. Standings brought to you by Dairyland Insurance. It's Lexington SC, Louisville City of the USL Championship, and Union Omaha out of USL League One, all starting off on the front foot in the opening round. Lexington getting the better of this Forward Madison side. Detroit City, they're the only team so far in this group that has yet to begin their Prinx Tires Cup journey. For Forward Madison, they come off the loss 4-2 at Lexington. It was a contest that was level 1 apiece at the 45-minute marker, but 3 goals for the Greens in the second half helped Lexington pull away and ultimately pick up the opening 3 points of the Prinx Tires Cup. It was not without some hard-fought efforts there for Forward Madison, who converted off a corner. A.J. Edwards getting a goal. Madison would add another goal courtesy of an own goal charge to Lexington SC. But the attack for the Greens just too much to handle, and they put 4 on the board against Forward Madison. They'll need Madison a big outing today from Stephen Enorgiamfi, who has 3 goal contributions in 6 appearances this season for the Mingos. Enorgiamfi coming over from Houston Dynamo 2, one of a number of players joining this Forward Madison team for the first time in 2026. Just 7% of the Mingos attack returning from a season ago. As for Le Rouge of Detroit City out of USL Championship, they are trying to get off on the front foot as they begin their time in the Prinx Tires Cup. And they did not fare so well a season ago. A 2-1-1 mark, but did not win a match on the road last season in the USL Cup, and also did not qualify for the knockout round. Missed that knockout round qualification cut line by just a single point. They have, though, won 2 of their last 3 against USL League One competition, and taking full focus is that man, Darren Smith. Start to run out of superlatives about how you can describe Darren Smith in USL Championship. Already 6 goal contributions, 5 of his own. He leads the team in goals. He leads the team in goal contributions. 15 goals in his last 37 USL Championship appearances for Detroit City, who have never faced Forward Madison prior in regular season competition. They met in the preseason, the first official matchup on the other side. It's Detroit City and Forward Madison.
Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, home of Just Coffee, a worker cooperative roasting fresh, quality, 100% fair trade coffee for over 20 years. We work with farmers from grower co-ops all over the world to support their communities as well as ours. Experience the fair trade difference yourself. Just Coffee. We do justice from the grounds up.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance in the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. Back in Madison, Wisconsin, moments away from the opening kick between the Mingos of Forward Madison and Detroit City. Tonight's match presented by Dairyland Insurance. A look at how these sides line up. First 11 on the pitch for manager Matt Glazer and Forward Madison, rolling with a 4-2-3. It's an unchanged 11 from their loss 2-0 against AB Alta. Keep an eye on Guinea Kanyane and Colin McCamey. They like to use McCamey as that elbow to try to spring Kanyane free, streaking up that left side of the pitch. And they square off against a Detroit City FC side under the management of Danny Dicchio, who go with a 4-3-3. Two personnel changes across this 11 on the pitch, including Ben Morris there at the top of the frame. Ben Morris getting the start, the first of 2026, just his third appearance. Danny Dicchio highlighted this week when we caught up and said he came on the pitch against Louisville City, brought so much to this fan base. Center referee is Robert Vincezi. He sounds the whistle. The ball is rolling here inside Breeze Stevens Field, and we are officially underway. Second contest of the Prinx Tires USL Cup for Forward Madison. First for Detroit City, who thumped this one all the way down. It's Forward Madison in the pink, and they have it now, putting some early pressure here on Detroit City, trying to carve an opening for the layoff in behind, and ultimately that is Callum Montgomery, the offseason acquisition, who will knock that clear. Forward Madison coming off the loss in USL League One play against AV Alta. The manager, Matt Glazer, he said there were a lot of extenuating circumstances. Felt like his team was a bit tired. It was such a quick turnaround for Forward Madison. They wanted to try to control the possession early on. They called it just a real difficult situation. They were in Sarasota a few days before, had a 15-hour travel day on match day -1, but Glazer, he's the type of guy, does not make excuses for his team. He said eventually every team at this level has to deal with that, and we just have to turn the page and move forward. They get a Detroit City side who are coming off an equally frustrating result in their last contest in league play, a 2-1 loss on the road against Hartford Athletic, as Carlos Herrera trying to distribute that out. Errant on it, and it's quickly tossed back in by Forward Madison. Danny Dicchio, he joked that the weather in Hartford, Connecticut pretty much summed up the evening for Detroit City. A real rainy, cold affair that was. Only goal scored by LaRouche coming off an own goal. Tonight's keys to the match presented by Burrish Group at UBS for Forward Madison. Matt Glazer wants to see this team play as a collective, and Danny Dicchio for Detroit City, trying to establish that possession-oriented attack once again. This is a Detroit City side who are one of the top teams in USL Championship in possession numbers. Wants to see them be better with the ball. Speaking of possession, early on, it has been Forward Madison, just almost 3 full minutes into the clock, as the team who have been better in possession. Recycled back over to Turner Humphrey, the former Las Vegas Lights man, nodded along, and now an opening developing here for the Mingos. Mingos have a hit from distance, and that'll go sailing wide of Carlos Herrera. This replay brought to you by Dairyland Insurance, and an early opportunity here for Forward Madison. trying to just sneak in between those center backs. Derek Gebhardt getting that shot off for the Mingos, but ultimately caroming wide. Been so much made this season for Matt Glazer's bunch about how much new they have. The average age of this team down almost full 4 years from a season ago. Coming to 2026, an average age of about 23 years old. But Gebhardt, he's been a consistent fixture for this Forward Madison team. Now in his 6th season with Forward Madison, as Detroit City will take possession over. Ryan Williams will reset things. Trying to move quickly with it, Detroit City. And now they are able to steer clear of this press. Guided ahead, Ante Diouf into space on the left. Quickly turned away from goal. Good recovery defensively by Forward Madison. Detroit City trying to swing that cross in, courtesy of Tommy Silva, the former RSL and Real Monarchs man. Did take a deflection. That press for this Forward Madison team, they press out of this 5-2-3 shape. It's been something that is a non-negotiable for Matt Glazer over the last few years. He said this week that one of their primary objectives every time they step on the pitch, it's not just control the possession, but they want to seal teams in with this press, speed them up, turn them over. Thumped up ahead, now racing in behind, it's Darren Smith. And Smith will pull up at the last minute. The offside flag coming up. Tonight's injury report presented by UW Health Sports Medicine. None reported for Forward Madison. And as is consistent with at least their last fixture in USL Championship play, Detroit City without the services Josiel Cedeno and Chisholm Abugchalam. They missed that contest against Hartford Athletic. Those two guys, they do provide a lot of grit, a lot of physicality, helping Danny Dicchio's team dictate that tempo. And you could see it on display when they didn't have those two gentlemen in the lineup last match week. That outfield muscle, it was so important to the win against Louisville City the week prior to that, lacking for Les Rouges. Quickly ahead, it's Forward Madison. The layoff over to Ryan Carmichael. Trying to cut this laterally across the 18. Still not clear here from Detroit City. Carmichael, his shot deflected, and it will stay on this end for a corner for Forward Madison. It was a good ball by Carmichael, trying to cut that over, seeking Roman Torres. Ultimately caromed back to Carmichael, who was able to step up and set Forward Madison up with a corner. Canopy Wealth Management has donated $50 to Forward Madison FC's mini pitch fundraising project for each home corner kick taken by FM FC. It will be Kenny Kenyane from the Chicago Fire draft pick of Major League Soccer to swing this in. Madison has been one of the more dangerous teams on set pieces this year in USL League One. Initially coded well defensively by Detroit. It falls back to Kenyane. Second ball served in, and Herrera is there to make the grab in the land of chaos. Carlos Herrera really grabbed a hold of his time as the starter in Detroit since coming over from Monterey Bay ahead of the 2025 season. 8 starts in USL Championship play, 4 clean sheets, and he comes in tied for the 4th fewest goals conceded per 90 minutes of all netminders in the championship, as Madison will throw it back in. That does pose an issue for a forward Madison team who, as they try to figure themselves out and their identity in the early juncture of the League One season, they swing this one in. Herrera is there. They've scored tied for the second fewest goals rather in USL League One, and alone with the second fewest shots generated in all of USL League One. Only Chattanooga Red Wolves have taken fewer total shots in USL League One than Matt Glazer's team, who Matt Glazer appointed in 2022, also named the technical director that season. Spent some time on the touchlines in Sacramento Republic. He and Danny Dicchio have that in common. A lot of respect shown between these two managers this week about how excited they were to contest this matchup. Herrera trying to find that pocket of space going forward, and they do. Earlier in the week, Danny Dicchio, he described this Detroit City team as still figuring themselves out. He said, we're still growing, we're still coming together. See that in some of the results they've pieced together. You have the big win against Louisville City. You follow that up with a tough contest against Hartford Athletic. It's happened in fits and spurts so far to start 2026 for Danny Dicchio's side. Detroit will earn their first corner of this match as Kobe Hernandez-Foster, he will trot up to take this. He's been the chief chance creator so far in 2026. 18 chances created. Hernandez-Foster in, swinging ball to the near post. We get a whistle, and it will end it. There's a lot of traffic there in front of JT Harms, who has made 6 starts in USL League One play. North Texas SC netminder and MLS Next Pro. Silva, a fellow former Next Pro, the majority of last season with Real Monarchs, 48 total appearances across 2 seasons in the RSL organization. Streaking in behind, here's Darren Smith. Now Smith at the byline, on the turn, cuts it central, falls all the way through. Darren Smith picking up where he left off a season ago to start USL Championship play for Detroit City. And Danny Dicchio, he said that as a former striker himself, he understands that mindset. He knows that there is a significant pressure to score goals, but it feels like Darren Smith has some of those intangibles that a lot of strikers in the modern game may not have, that ability to put in that work, be a willing runner, as Roman Torres will be shown a whistle and then some. First booking of the evening, as Roman Torres will be shown a yellow. Replays presented by Dairyland Insurance, and this is a good look at it there. Tripping up Maxi Rodriguez from behind. And Roman Torres, despite the protests, will go into the book of Robert Vincezi, first player to do so. So going back to Darren Smith, Danny Dicchio said that his work rate, his capacity to run, sprint, recover, they're all things that jump off the page when you look at his full game, especially the areas that he's grown in since coming into this organization ahead of 2025. Another set piece opportunity here for Detroit. Both Ryan Williams and Kobe Hernandez-Foster shadow over top of this. It'll be Williams. Swings this into a crowd, knotted down. And ultimately scooped up here by the Mingos, who will clear the line successfully. A foot race in behind, nodding this one along. Gebhardt underneath it now. Doesn't have the numbers, selecting to peel this one back. Now, the give and go, back inside. It's Torres across the face of goal and flicked wide. Another corner won by forward Madison. And a valiant effort from Derek Gebhardt to just track this one down. With 3 defenders hanging back for Detroit City. This is a good find over to Roman Torres, puts it in a dangerous spot, looking for the path of Fanor Giamfi. It'll be the second corner of this first half. Giamfi Wealth Management donating $50 to Forward Madison's mini pitch fundraising project for each home corner taken. Kenyane goes low, line drive to the near post and headed away by Detroit City. Forward Madison, you go back to that opening round loss against Lexington as Kenyane will drive this over toward Herrera. They tried to use Roman Torres more of that man marker role against Aaron Malloy, who has had such a torrent start to 2026 in the championship. More on that in a moment. Here, back in business is Detroit City, trying to tuck this one back inside on the turn, deflected away, now finally cleared. This has been transitional to open things up here in these first 15 minutes, and now transitioning back into the attack is forward Madison. Gebhardt able to win a whistle, and it will be a free kick. Here's the aforementioned Roman Torres. By using him, though, in that opening round loss against Lexington, did contort the shape a little bit of this forward Madison side. Less of a 5-2-3. Some issues in terms of that back five, specifically when that shape got moved around and put more onus on the center backs. We're not able to help Madison maintain a positive field tilt. That's something we're able, as we showed you in the top of our broadcast, we're able to use some of those line-breaking passes to get in behind. Detroit has started to have some of the same success early on in this contest. Maybe use some of that direct style to spring Darren Smith free, running in behind those final defenders. Both Kenyane and Torres hover over this. It'll be Roman Torres driving it out wide, glancing off the top of the head of a forward Madison man. And despite the protests from this home crowd, it will be a goal clearance. Another card will come out of the pocket of our center referee, and this one will be shown to Eddie Mujoma. Former FC Dallas homegrown signing, Mujoma. We'll take a look at this replay presented by Dairyland Insurance, impeding the progress there of Detroit City. It has been a tightly officiated contest so far in these first less than 20 minutes. We've already seen 2 yellows. Both of them have gone against the home side. This message is brought to you by Trustage. Trustage offers insurance and financial services built to support life's many stages. Whether it's protecting today, planning for tomorrow, or preparing for what's ahead, Trustage helps people move forward with confidence. Learn more about insurance and financial solutions designed for real life at trustage.com. Forward Madison trusting the capabilities of JT Harms there. That ball played through. Harms quick off his line, able to devour rather that opportunity for Detroit City. It's tossed back into play by the Mingos. Now here is Colin McCamey. To lift this one in behind. Detroit City trying to pick out that man going forward. Instead, McCamey will just smartly nod it off that pressure, and it will be a JT Harms goal clearance. A great crowd on hand here at Breeze Stevens Field. Forward Madison returning home for the first time in 2026. They closed out 2025 with 3 straight wins at this venue. Took points in 5 of their final 6 home fixtures. Glazer, he said earlier in the week that when you spend that much time away from home, it obviously puts a lot of strain, a lot of stress on your team. Some coaches, especially when they have a new roster, they do take that perspective of spending that much time on the road in hotels together. It does sort of the bright side of it. It provides you with ample opportunity. As Herrera coming off the line, rolling just wide, and finally deflecting off that side netting. Would have been dangerous. Madison very nearly taking advantage of Devin Amu-Mensah's header. It was Herrera who was off the line, and just some miscommunication there between those two men. And it does set Forward Madison up with another corner. As a reminder, Canopy Wealth Management donating $50 to Forward Madison's mini pitch fundraising project for each home corner taken. That's 3 corners now, so $150 in the bucket. Torres swings this in. Herrera is there. Going back to Forward Madison. Glazer, he did say, though, that they had been looking forward to that opportunity to come home. There have been renovations, new surface laid down here at Breeze Stevens Field. And, of course, as you can see on display, it's always a good time here in Madison, Wisconsin. You can play in front of these home fans. On the move is Detroit City, trying to play this ball through. Did take a deflection, not clear yet. Hacking away at it. Yamazaki able to get a piece of it, and ultimately rolling across that touchline and out for a throw. Enter the Prinx Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on your screen and enter today. Play off back to Yamazaki, looking for the cross in, falling over to the other side, and now we get another whistle. That will end the opportunity for Detroit City. Harms puts it back into play. We are back underway off that whistle for the stoppage. So far, it's both teams each with a pair of shots. No one able to find the target so far. Detroit City enjoying 56% possession to this juncture. It's cleared back down, and that is where JT Harms will set things back up for forward Madison. There at Danny Dicchio, trying to lend a hand as this ball will be tossed back into play off a whistle. Second season at the helm of Detroit City FC after being appointed in November of 2023. Full manager in the club's history. Spent some time under Mark Briggs out in Sacramento as an assistant. Some time with the Canadian men's national team, a great player as well in his own right. Trying to guide this one out wide. Madison doing well for themselves to hold this defensive shape. The structure on the ball has been good so far. When Detroit have tried to build out of their own end, and now turning this into a transitional attack is forward Madison. Swung back in toward Carlos Herrera. Quick grab and quickly rolled back out. Biggest game breakers for forward Madison so far this season. When they have the most success is when they are able to get Kenyane running high, linking up as a player that Matt Glazer had described as a guy that had an interesting profile and was very appealing to them long before the season came to an end. They had identified as him being a player who they wanted to bring into this organization. So really what separates him from players at his position at this level is his quality on the ball. Two goal contributions to his credit. He's already been involved early on some attacks down that left flank as this cleared all the way back down by forward Madison once again. Diouf now on the left. Swing this back inside and wanted Ryan Williams knocked out of play. It will be a throw for Detroit City. Silva trying to toss this one in behind that final line of defense. Smith puts a foot in, dislodged that ball. Clearance intercepted. The layoff here. Building is Detroit City. Back up, it's Williams. Rodriguez steps past one. On it is Williams from distance. And it goes rolling wide. Turn to the CBS Sports Network on May 23rd for a USL Championship Northeastern Showdown. Rhode Island FC hosts newcomer Brooklyn FC at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network Saturday, May 23rd. Rhode Island, of course, a few seasons removed from that romp to the title game. Brooklyn FC, their maiden voyage into USL Championship. Should be a really fantastic contest coming up. Obviously, lots of fixtures all coalescing at once for these USL sides. They've had Open Cup play, now getting into Prinx Tires Cup play in earnest as the second round underway today with a full slate of contests. Things got underway last night officially in the second round, and then they have their league fixtures as well. Detroit, they know all about that schedule congestion. A lot of matches coming up in the span of just a few days. After this, take on Miami on the 20th of this month as it's cleared out by forward Madison, and then on the road in consecutive matches at Loudoun United, at Charleston Battery, before resuming Prinx Tires Cup play against Lexington, who lead this group right now. A joint lead with Blue City and Union Omaha. Meanwhile, springing free is Ryan Carmichael. Acres of space on this right side. Carmichael across goal, and it's cleared away. Haruki Yamazaki tracking all the way back to provide the coverage. And an important clearance. This replay presented by Dairyland Insurance, and you see right there at the last moment, 14 in gold and maroon. Able to get a foot onto that one, and it does set forward Madison up with yet another corner, their fourth corner of this first half. Canopy Wealth Management donating another $50 on this fourth corner to Forward Madison's mini pitch fundraising project. Will ultimately be Kenny Kanyane with the take. Some jockeying for position going on there inside that 18. Armor says he wanted to separate first, and now all that's cleared away. Kanyane lofts this out wide, headed down, seeking that second ball, and there's another whistle, which will end it for Forward Madison. Ball forward here for Detroit, able to break that press of Forward Madison, and now careening to the end line. Ultimate weight behind that pass forward. Bayer Insurance, a proud sponsor of Forward Madison FC, is based in Madison, has provided protection and peace of mind to businesses and individuals throughout the state of Wisconsin since 1928. Over a half hour gone inside Breeze Stevens Field here in Madison, Wisconsin. JT Harms swings it forward and play is back underway. Quickly slipping through, now trying to play it all the way ahead, was seeking Ryan Carmichael. They've moved him around a lot so far up front. Started this contest on that wing, flanking Stephen Orgiamfi. We've seen him generate opportunities on the right, that time getting back over to that left-hand side. Despite having 2 cards so far in this contest that have been handed out, this has been a free-flowing fixture so far, as Harms will cut that cross out and claim possession. The action's been end-to-end. Conventional wisdom would tell you that that might tend to favor Detroit City, as Tommy Silva commits the foul and will be shown a whistle from our center referee. This Detroit City team under Danny Dicchio, they are at their best when they are able to get rolling downhill, get those vertical runs going, able to break teams in a variety of ways. But despite only having 40% of the possession, it has been Forward Madison who have had some of the more dangerous opportunities so far in this first half. Joma throws it back in, now in his second season with Forward Madison. Spent some time in Phoenix and Tampa Bay, also a couple of seasons in USL Championship. Stepping forward, looking to guide that ball ahead, and does. Giving back up to Ryan Carmichael now. Torres. Lost the ball. Gebhard was there to clean things up for Forward Madison. It's back on to him. Tucked inside, it's Torres. Torres, back forward, now trying to chip this in behind, looking for Gebhardt. Official says no foul given. All replays presented by Dairyland Insurance, and this replay, a good look at it. Amu Mensah just shoving Derek Gebhardt out of the way. It started as somewhat of a tightly whistled contest in the first 10-15 minutes, as we do have a forward Madison player down, that being Turner Humphrey. Humphrey, you see grabbing there at that right leg. So far has not worked his way back to his feet. A key piece for Matt Glazer's team. 6 appearances, all starts in League One play. Did start the loss against Lexington in the opening round of this Prinx Tires Cup, and trainers are out to assess the status of Turner Humphrey, the 25-year-old working on that right leg. One of those off-season acquisitions for this forward Madison team. Some time with Las Vegas Lights, was drafted 44th overall by FC Dallas in the MLS Super Draft in 2024. Keep an eye on the left side of your screen, right here. After giving that ball up, immediately Humphrey going right down, and to this point has stayed down as trainers continuing to work on Turner Humphrey. First real extended stoppage this contest has seen. There have been few of them. And now Humphrey back to his feet. The good news is able to walk off under his own power. Still though, you see him favoring that right leg. And he will trot off the pitch, flanked by forward Madison trainers. Receiving official word from the forward Madison side of things. Humphrey unable to continue on, and the home side will make an early change. Substitutions presented by Festival Foods. Jalen Shannon will come on. Two appearances in League One play for Shannon this season. And now being brought on a bit earlier than he or anyone for forward Madison we could have imagined. A first half change needed in place of Turner Humphrey. And play will resume off the drop ball. And after the stoppage extended to deal with the injury, we are back underway. Had that one down. Shannon, who just trotted on the pitch, immediately shown a whistle, colliding there with Fontes Juve. 22 in maroon and gold, second season with Detroit City. He was initially acquired last year on the loan from Lexington. His 12th appearance in his career in the USL Cup, majority of those coming in Lexington, Kentucky. A tournament that has evolved over the last few seasons. Initially began as a League One only competition, as we got a whistle for a stoppage. It was opened up last year to Championship and League One teams. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. We close in on the halftime whistle here in Madison, Wisconsin. Just about 5 minutes plus added time away from that whistle from Ramacansesi. Neither forward Madison nor Detroit City have a shot on target. Just 5 combined shots, this despite Detroit City. The better team in possession so far with the almost 60% possession number in their favor. The ball goes looping out of play, and a change of possession will occur via the throw-in. Kenyane, 63rd overall pick for Chicago Fire in the 2025 Super Draft out of Dayton. Fell back to him, he immediately thumps it out of play, and now it'll be Detroit City's turn to toss this back in. Maybe stepping up, intercepting that ball. And an assist in the last round, Colin McCamey did against Lexington SC. Detroit City asking some questions here. Juve trying to turn away from pressure, still on it. Cut forward, joining in on things is Ryan Williams. Rodriguez lost it. Now a chance to break out here for forward Madison. Some issues doing exactly that though. Gebhardt grabbed from behind, and this will be a yellow out of the pocket of our center referee. Tommy Silva will go into the book. That grab right there on Gebhardt from behind, trying to stymie the build out for forward Madison. His money's worth on that. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Rouge able to corral that ball back in, and Williams plays it forward, looking to lump this into space, but out of the reach of Maxi Rodriguez. Wasted possession for Detroit City, and a change of possession will give the throw to forward Madison. Mingoes seeking their first win against USL Championship competition since May of 2019. Going back to the US Open Cup when they beat El Paso Locomotive 3-0 to advance out of that round. Carmichael pouncing on it. Just looking for an angle to open up. This low block of Detroit has been very stout so far. Back over. Here's Roman Torres. Torres wants the cross. It's out for a corner. 5th of the day for forward Madison. That means Madison's Canopy Wealth Management will donate another $50 to Mingo's mini pitch fundraising project. A mix of set piece specialists so far. We've seen Kenyane, we've seen Roman Torres, now to be Colin McCamey driving this one to the back stick. First contact made by Detroit City. And for the second ball in, attacking the header is Silva. And for that third ball, Juve providing the width here on the left. The options right now for Detroit City. Juve trying to fight through challenges there from Roman Torres, and ultimately Juve going down. One thing that Matt Glazer had said this week about Roman Torres is that he's a guy that's not afraid to get in there, mix it up, use some of that physicality to his advantage. Called him a guy that can do a little bit of everything. You see him using some of that physicality there just to muscle Juve off the ball. It will be a throw in for Detroit City. The layoff, back to Silva, dodges one. Silva swings this in. Nodded away, falling back to the top of the area. Rodriguez now. The fourth official indicating 3 minutes of just coffee stoppage time, as that ball falls through the other side, and it will be another throw for Detroit City. Rodriguez struggling to hold on to possession of that ball. Another whistle as Gebhardt able to win a foul, and that will bring things to a stoppage. It's winning time, presented by Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit forwardmadison.com/winning-time for your chance to win your favorite Forward Madison FC kit. $100 in rewards play and $50 food and beverage credit redeemable at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. One lucky winner will be chosen on Monday after tonight's match. From distance, this goes skipping high and out of play. You see JT Harms telling the defense in front of him, everybody just calm down a moment. Detroit City able to use the unvaunted press to force Madison into a turnover into their attack, their defensive half rather. Couldn't take advantage of it. And the drum beats on here in Madison for the Mingos. Trying to control that over on this near touchline. Unable to do just that. And it will go out for a Detroit City throw. Detroit City, they spent more time on the ball than Forward Madison, still hovering right around that 60% possession number. Gebhardt sandwiched over on this near side. They do have the 3 shots on target. All 3 of them have come inside the Forward Madison penalty area, where Detroit City have taken just shy of 10 total touches on the ball, but nothing to show for it. No shots on target, no goals. And in fact, while Forward Madison have had a smaller share of the ball, majority of their passes have come in the Detroit City defensive half so far here in the first 45 minutes. Able to move that ball around with some real intentionality when getting into the attacking half. And here they are in the attacking half again. McCamey on the overlap, elected to go away from it. Now struck from distance. That one wide of the near post. Right on cue, there is the whistle from Robert Vincezi, and we have reached the 45-minute marker in Madison. No score at the halftime break between Forward Madison and Detroit City here in this second round of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. No score, but plenty of action and all smiles on a beautiful evening in Wisconsin's capital city. We'll head to break. Halftime report on the other side.
TrueStage aspires to be the most trusted insurance and financial services provider. For more than 90 years, our work has been guided by the philosophy of people helping people. Today, we help protect more than 39 million customers through every stage of their financial lives. Our suite of protection solutions is designed to grow over the long term, and we're continually evolving to serve our partners and their customers better. Together, we can create more access, more stability, and more confidence. Learn more at TrueStage.com.
Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, home of Just Coffee, a worker cooperative roasting fresh, quality, 100% fair trade coffee for over 20 years. We work with farmers from grower co-ops all over the world to support their communities as well as ours. Experience the fair trade difference yourself. Just Coffee, we do justice from the grounds up.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget and 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Kick your excitement into high gear with the Nissan Kicks. Zimbrick Nissan. Find more kicks to choose from. Zimbrick Nissan. From people who know kicks inside and out. Zimbrick Nissan at the best kicks price. Zimbrick Nissan. Save more and shop more selection at Zimbrick Nissan, Madison's favorite Nissan dealer. Get it kicked with Nissan Safety Shield 360 and intelligent all-wheel drive. At Zimbrick Eastside up High Crossing. Best of Madison and People's Choice winner 2024.
Back in Madison, Wisconsin, we have reached the half, and halftime is presented by Just Coffee Cooperative. No score through 45 minutes of play between the Mingos of Forward Madison and Detroit City here in this second round of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. And for more on the USL Cup, we go to Dan Lucas.
42 clubs in the USL Championship and League One will form 7 groups filled out by region. Each club will play 4 group matches, and when the dust settles, the 7 group winners will advance along with 1 wildcard team, not 2 wildcards like last year. The remaining 8 clubs will be drawn into 4 quarterfinal matches with 1 stipulation. The wildcard cannot be drawn against its group winner. The 4 quarterfinal winners will then be drawn for the semifinal round, with the 2 finalists drawn to determine the host for the Prinx Tires USL Cup Final.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Prinx tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinx tires will be there for the long haul.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
We're at the break in Madison, Wisconsin. Halftime presented by Just Coffee Cooperative. Forward Madison, Detroit City, deadlocked 0-0 through 45 minutes of play in this Prinx Tires USL Cup second round. This is not the only action on the docket, though, for Forward Madison as we take a look at Forward Madison's upcoming schedule, brought to you by Dairyland Insurance. 2 road trips in their next 3 fixtures, including on the road coming up next at Charlotte Independence, who pieced together a real solid U.S. Open Cup run earlier this year. Then they get Ayman Zayed's Corpus Christi Sharks at home on the 29th of May. Corpus Christi, they will be taking on FC Tulsa at home tonight in the Prinx Tires USL Cup, and then they go on the road at Greenville Triumph. The really exciting slate of games for Matt Glazer's team. As for their opposition tonight, being Detroit City, they have a busy handful of matches coming up. They get Miami FC in just a few days' time, 4 days to be exact, and then back-to-back trips after that at Loudoun and at Charleston Battery. None of those are going to be easy for Danny Dicchio's team. He acknowledged that they have a difficult stretch coming up for this Le Rouge side. He said that they just have to focus on one match at a time, can't think about anything prior. You have to take it just one game at a time. It sounds like such coach speak. Of course, he said that it does sound like coach speak, but he acknowledged that if you just look at it from that mentality, that it does help you get through a difficult stretch. After that, what's not on the screen there is they resume their USL Cup play after that stretch of contests against Lexington on the 6th of June. As for our Group 4 schedule coming up here in this Prinx Tires USL Cup, and Group 4 schedule presented by DCRA, there is one Group 4 contest tonight. Indy 11 taking on Fort Wayne, an all-Indiana clash. Indy 11 trying to get back to their winning ways. They beat Sporting Jacksonville in USL Championship play, but the last time they were in action in Prinx Tires USL Cup play, they lost to Union Omaha, who takes on Lou City. We'll head back to break. Halftime rolls on in Madison, Wisconsin. Scoreless through 45 between Forward Madison and Detroit City.
Enjoyed the first half. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines for the week. Hartford Athletics' Adrian Diespay had quite the match in Week 10 against Detroit City. He recovered from an own goal to score the game-winning goal in a 2-1 win over Detroit. Diespay helped head coach Brendan Burke achieve his 100th win in the USL Championship. Chattanooga Red Wolves got back into the win column last weekend and added some history in the process. Matt Bentley scored 3 goals and assisted on another goal in a 4-1 win over Sarasota Paradise. Bentley is the 4th player in League One history to record a hat trick and an assist in a single match. In a span of 1 week since the opening of Ruoff Mortgage Stadium, Fort Wayne FC has won 2 matches and drawn another, and the play of Tague Healy has led the way. Healy has scored in all 3 of Fort Wayne's home matches and enters this week on a 4-game goal-scoring streak. He's already accomplished a lot at 22 years old, leading NC State to the NCAA College Cup final last year. In 2024, Healy was the MVP in the USL League Two final. Upcoming national TV broadcasts, all in the championship. Rhode Island and Brooklyn next Saturday. Sporting Jackson, San Antonio on the 27th. Then it's Louisville City and Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 30th. All 3 matches on CBS Sports Network. Well, the second half is getting closer. Let's get you back out to your match.
Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, home of Just Coffee, a worker cooperative roasting fresh, quality, 100% fair trade coffee for over 20 years. We work with farmers from grower co-ops all over the world to support their communities as well as ours. Experience the fair trade difference yourself. Just Coffee. We do justice from the grounds up.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget and 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. We are back in Madison, Wisconsin. It is halftime here in Wisconsin's capital city. Halftime presented by Just Coffee Cooperative. We have no score through 45 minutes of play. That does not mean there was not plenty of action in the first 45 minutes. Let's catch you up on that action with our halftime highlights presented by Just Coffee Cooperative. And early on, it was Guinea Kenyane flashing this cross in toward Carlos Herrera, who, although he did not make a save, neither keeper made a save because they didn't face any shots in the first 45 minutes. Herrera was good at commanding the space in and around his box, going up, claiming crosses exactly like that one. Then in the 13th minute, forward Madison would start to flex their muscles on that underlapping run. Roman Torres, the cutback in front, wanting an Orgiamfi turned away. It would result in the first of 5 corners for forward Madison. They did not score on any of them. In the 20th minute, forward Madison putting a long ball back down. A little bit of miscommunication between Amu-Mensah and Herrera. That one headed back toward goal, but trickling wide, and that is where we stand through 45 minutes of play as we take a look at our strong on their set pieces, 4 goals scored on corners. That might be where this match ends up getting won at if the Mingos could continue to stack these set pieces up and this contest stays 0-0. As for Detroit City, they had majority of the possession in that first 45 minutes. You saw it on that graphic on your screen, but they were not able to be, as coaches say, purposeful in that possession. Early on, in the first 5-10 minutes, they were able to get some of those vertical runs going, able to get Darren Smith in behind, unlock some of that verticality that did put strain on that back five for Forward Madison, which when Forward Madison are out of possession after losing it in those transitional moments, it's oftentimes a back four because of how high Gini Kenyane gets into the attack. All set to go here to start half number 2 in this Group 4 contest between Forward Madison and Detroit City. The whistle sounds, and we're back underway. One change for either team at the half, and it is Detroit City making the change as Abdoulaye Diop will come on. Ben Morris will come off after 45 minutes. Substitutions presented by Festival Foods. Look there at Abdoulaye Diop. A real legend with this Detroit City club. 144 career professional appearances for number 8 out there in maroon and gold. Spent time with Detroit City back during that 2019 season when they were in the NPSL prior to becoming a full-fledged professional club. Shaking free of a challenge, Hernandez Foster. He'll roll this one through. Out wide, it's Darren Smith. Smith stops. Late arriving run. Yamazaki tries to step inside. Can't get past that final defender in McCamey. Madison did a lot of this in the first 45 minutes. That low build out, trying to draw Detroit in and then hit them in transition, hit them over the top. The Rouge, they didn't bite a whole lot on that. It was somewhat of a dangerous game you have to strike there if you're Forward Madison, because this is a Detroit City team who, when they press, it has bore fruit numerous times in 2026. We get a whistle here for a stoppage. Kevin Carmichael was impeded. Former 50th overall pick by Nashville SC in the 2024 Super Draft. The play is back underway. Going forward with it, looking for an Orgiamfi, instead cleared out of play by Detroit City. Kenyane will have the throw. Torres nearly coughed it up, now curled forward. It's Carmichael, takes a deflection. Giamfi can't corral that ball in. Here is Maxi Rodriguez, former San Antonio FC and Richmond Kickers man. And Giamfi goes down. This is a whistle, and Yamazaki will be shown a yellow. Second Detroit City player shown a yellow. Play presented by Dairyland Insurance. It was an Orgiamfi just trying to swing past Haruki Yamazaki. Our 24th overall pick in the Major League Soccer draft a few seasons ago. Stephen Orgiamfi able to set Forward Madison up with an attacking half free kick. Majority of their set pieces in the first half came off of corners. They did have 2 attacking half free kicks, though. Roman Torres, he's been the primary trigger man on these free kicks this season. Glazer called him a guy who does a little bit of everything, said that was something this Mingo squad was missing last year. God, they did not have that sort of Swiss Army knife type of guy. Torres swings it out wide, headed back toward goal, and just whistles wide of the near post. It's a well-weighted ball here from Roman Torres. Tried to overload that far side of things, dropped it right into the path of Kevin Carmichael. We stay scoreless though here in Madison. Danny Dicchio talked about entering this contest as Madison win themselves another free kick, and Torres will quickly take it. He said he loves the concept of the Prinx Tires USL Cup compared to competitions over in Europe, the country of England. So it gives teams like Forward Madison, the World Championship, a chance to show out. Madison are showing out, but first they've got to deal with Darren Smith going ahead. Smith turning, Smith trying to put the shoulder down and round that corner, and now Darren Smith with a frustration foul. Taking Kenyane down. This message brought to you by Trustitch. Trustitch offers insurance and financial services built to support life's many stages, whether it's protecting today, planning for tomorrow, or preparing for what's ahead. Trustitch helps people move forward with confidence. Learn more about insurance and financial solutions designed for real life at trustitch.com. Physicality ramping up just a little bit as this second half starts. Those margins getting tighter and tighter as we inch toward the full-time whistle. Robert Vincezi wants to have a chat. Maxi Rodriguez pleading his case with our center referee. All that has been sorted. Elsewhere around this Group 4, one other Group 4 fixture getting underway here in just about 13 minutes time. It is Fort Wayne and Indy 11. On the move is Detroit City. Defender going to ground. Having to knock that ball free, and turning it upfield is Forward Madison. Out it goes though, and it will be a throw. Montgomery running into that ad board. You saw him kind of flex that hand. Already has the significantly braced up left arm. The 4 there in maroon and gold, just off the side of the screen. Now racing over is our center referee, Vincezi. Something on that lower leg of Montgomery. A little bit of blood there on the hand of Derek Gebhard. Official noticing a little bit of it on the lower leg of Montgomery as well. Trainers will try to remedy that for Derek Gebhard, who was the main focal point of the attack for Forward Madison in that first 45 minutes. "23 touches, completed a couple passes into the final third as well. Chipped in a defensive contribution. His lone shot going off the target in the opening 45. That really was the trend for both teams in the first half. Rouge with the throw back in. Good layoff into that central channel. Yamazaki there to pick the pieces up for Detroit City. Now Williams will cycle this ball over. Cross flashed in toward goal, and Harms will make his first official stop. stonewalling Darren Smith's effort. Danny Dicchio had said this week that this Detroit City team, they need to reward Darren Smith more. They need to be getting that ball in with pace onto his feet, find him more on the end of crosses. Well, they accomplished that. Rodriguez will go to ground and win it back. Now, Maxi Rodriguez working it forward. Here's Diouf, trying to carry it along. He goes down. No whistle sounds. Ball pops free. Williams back forward. Diouf, the cutback over Rodriguez, dodging one. Rodriguez on the turn. The give up back to Williams. He'll roll it over. Yamazaki now. Detroit City, they'll recycle this ball. Late arriving run from Montgomery. Funneled back wide. Layoff in behind. Hernandez Foster, across goal. A short clearance here for the Mingos. Kenyane had gone down. There was a late whistle. Says he's saying it will be a foul against Yamazaki, who has to be careful, is carrying a yellow. There have been 4 yellows handed out by our center referee in this contest. 2 fullbacks for Detroit City. Yamazaki and Silva on yellows. Joma on a yellow for forward Madison, as is Roman Torres. Collision sends Gebhard down, and this will be another yellow handed out. That'll go against Abdoulaye Diop, and trainers will be ushered on the pitch again by our center referee. Right there in the center of your screen. An aerial duel ensuing as both Diop and Gebhard going up for it. Gebhard immediately going down, clutching at his lower back. He is back to his feet now. Diop becoming the 3rd Detroit City player to enter the book of Robert Vincezi. And for Gebhard, 17 there in pink. He's been tended to by the trainers a number of times so far in this contest. Just minutes ago, he had to come off due to the cut on his hand. This forward Madison team in the offseason making a concerted effort. They go younger. They bring in a host of new faces. Only 7% of their minutes from a season ago returned to Madison, Wisconsin for 2026. Matt Glazer, he had talked about that earlier in the week, saying that when you have a young team, it's going to take time to figure it out. We, as forward Madison, are still figuring it out. But he loves the fact that even though this team is young, even though they don't have as much experience under their belt as previous forward Madison teams do, he says when setbacks happen for this team, they respond. And that's been the most pleasing thing for this coaching staff as play is back underway. They achieve the non-negotiables week in, week out. They trust each other immensely. That type of bond is something that can help get a team like forward Madison across the hump here in what is still a 0-0 contest as we charge toward the hour mark elapsed in this fixture. The toss back in from Kenyane promptly intercepted. A heavy collision Sends Haruki Yamazaki down, writhing in pain. This Dairyland Insurance replay will show the full situation. And Orchiamfi crashing in hard on his opposite number 14. And now a forward Madison player is down. That appears to be, and it is, Derek Gebhardt. The former Charlotte Independence, El Paso Locomotive man. He will have to be checked on by the trainers again. The first 45 minutes was very free-flowing. We did have an extended stoppage due to injury that saw Turner Humphrey exit. But this second half, it has been rife with stoppages. Brought this contest, what was an end-to-end fixture, to a real screeching halt. Meanwhile, Danny Dichio will use this opportunity to make a pair of changes. Reese Williams and Aiden Stanley will both come on. Substitutions presented by Festival Foods. Second and third change of the evening, respectively, for Le Rouge. Gebhardt back to his feet. He will trot off the pitch under his own power, and he will come off as Matt Glazer will make two changes. Enrique Macasen will come on. During this substitution presented by Festival, Claudel Ngobu will also enter the pitch for forward Madison. McCamey able to roll that away from danger. And it will be a throw in for Haruki Yamazaki. Yamazaki, a guy, as this one steered back over to JT Harms, that Danny Dichio described as a player that runs a lot. He said, look, I don't think you're going to find a guy in this league that runs and covers as much ground as Haruki Yamazaki. When he came over, was still dealing with some nagging injuries that got him back at full fitness. He provided a real flash. This one flashed in by Le Rouge and coated well defensively by forward Madison. Williams tries to slip this one forward. One on the receiving end for Detroit City. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. So many great venues around USL at all levels, be it Championship, be it League One. This one of the top venues in the entire organization of USL. Not a bad seat in the house here at Breeze Stevens Field. They've been treated to a thrilling contest so far, one that is still 0-0 as we are well past that hour mark elapsed. Now an opportunity developing here. Countering his forward Madison. Looking for support. Trying to shuffle past defenders. That there on the end line and cleared away by Amu Mensah. Not deep enough though. Carmichael keeps the pressure on. Torres dancing in and out of traffic. Now Torres trying to run that ball down, but first there's a whistle. Amu Mensah stepping right up into the teeth of that press for forward Madison, and it comes to fruition again for Mingos. Significant collision. This is Abdoulaye Diop. Diop already on a yellow. Abdoulaye Diop just running right through the back of Roman Torres there. And Torres is still down in pain. Maxi Rodriguez animated. He cannot believe it. In this second half alone, we've already seen 2 yellows handed out. And now 13 whistles, counting this foul. Abdoulaye Diop, who is on a yellow, that he was handed out in this second half. Very fortunate the way that Robert Vincezi has officiated this contest to perhaps not be shown that second yellow. Kenyane and Torres sizing it up. It will be Torres floating it back in near post toward that end line, and Herrera able to bat it offset line and keep it in play at least for a moment. And now Vincezi pointing to the corner flag. It will be a set piece for forward Madison. It'll be a corner for forward Madison. Trying to find that elusive breakthrough. Canopy Wealth Management donating another $50 to forward Madison's mini pitch fundraising project with this corner. The first for either side of the second 45. 6th of the night for forward Madison. Torres will have the service on this near flag. Roman Torres goes the short route, top of the area, curling around and past McCamey, out of play. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XMFC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM 157 and the Sirius XM app. And Amu Mensah's play back underway. City, these last few minutes, they've had some issues progressing successfully into the attacking half. Meanwhile, Reese Williams, he is down, clutching at his lower leg. And a card is going to come out and be shown to Guinea Kenyane. Right there at the last minute, this Dairyland Insurance replay. Kenyane comes rushing in. Ends up getting shown a yellow for his challenge on Reese Williams. His 6th ever City Centurion in Detroit City history. When Detroit City throughout this contest have tried to progress through that middle third space, especially when getting it over toward the near and far touchlines. Madison, they haven't tried to employ that midfield press and trap. Trying to pick their right spots when going with the full-fledged press with those three, and then at times just trying to pin Detroit City along the touchlines. This free kick will be retaken by Amu Mensah. It has created some situations for Detroit City, though, that midfield defensive forward Madison. They just have not been able to fluidly get this ball into the attacking half. Nothing that Detroit City have earned so far this evening has come easy. That ball turned over and now rolled up ahead. Building is forward Madison. Norjamfi just pushing that too far in front of him, and now Norjamfi taking down Amu Mensah, and Steven Norjamfi will be shown a yellow. He was trying to be quick with it and progress that ball ahead on a quick counter. Instead, gave enough daylight for Devin Amu Mensah to jump on that ball. And Amu Mensah finally back to his feet. A little bit of help from Carlos Herrera. It's been a second half, awash in yellow. Already 4 yellows doled out. Amu Mensah, he has been a productive player in his USL Cup career. On the full 90 in 3 of his previous 4 USL Cup appearances coming into this fixture, 2 goal contributions across 4 appearances. This is his 5th. As Herrera will put this back into play off the stoppage. And we are back underway. Still no score across the 70th minute now in this first matchup of all time between forward Madison and Detroit City. Worked forward now by Le Rouge. Yamazaki, he's taken down. Roman Torres will be shown a whistle. He's one of those players, Torres is, who is on a yellow right now. Moving quickly is Detroit City at the restart. Juve, a give and go. Juve trying to cut this central, short clearance away. Ball recycled here by Detroit City. This cross in, near post, seeking Reese Williams, who just runs out of room on that end line.
Substitution for Detroit City FC, subbing in for Castillo, is number 15, Alex W.
Detroit will make another change. Alex Dalu, the offseason acquisition from FC Tulsa, will come on. Forward Madison, meanwhile, they prep 2 changes. Diouf, a solid 73 minutes turned in. Rodriguez turns and works it out wide. Whistling through, it's Rodriguez. First contact for Detroit City. Takes a deflection, falls back over to Aiden Stanley. Aiden Stanley coming over from Indy 11, who is in this Group 4, along with forward Madison and Detroit City. That contest is underway between Fort Wayne and Indy 11 elsewhere around Group 4. Meanwhile, Detroit City, they'll cross this one in, takes a deflection, charging forward is Yamazaki, trying to keep the possession alive. Detroit City will have the corner as we inch closer to the final 15 minutes of this contest. It'll be Aiden Stanley, former Duke Blue Devil, 21st overall pick back in 2021 by Austin FC of MLS. He will have this corner. Stanley swings it near post, headed down in front, and hammered over the bar and out. Forward Madison, they will use this opportunity to make their final 2 changes of this contest. Joshua Bolma will come on, and Cage Romanchin, the loanee out of Minnesota United FC, they will trot on the pitch. Both Romanchin and Bolma set to make their second appearances of this Prinx Tires USL Cup. These substitutions presented by Festival Foods. Former Minnesota United man spelling the other as Romanchin will come on for his former teammate a season ago and current teammate Roman Torres. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Kenyane now. Kenyane streaking forward, trying to find him over the top. Amumensa able to cancel that out. And it back down. Hussein, a heavy collision. That sends Maxi Rodriguez down, and now some extracurriculars. Detroit taking real exception to that level of physicality. It'll be a red card handed out. A huge swing of momentum. Forward Madison will be down a man for the final 14 minutes for this foul here. It's Enrique Macassain going up on the aerial duel against Maxi Rodriguez. A straight red shown to number 30 in pink. The 22-year-old can't believe it. He has been sent off. It wasn't all that long ago he came into this contest. A second half change for Matt Glazer, whose Mingos now will be down a man for the duration of this contest. Matt Glazer has praised his team's ability to respond to adversity every time it has shown up for Forward Madison this season. Mingo's facing some real adversity now into the final 12 minutes plus stoppage time, and they are down to 10 men. Detroit City, who just has not had much working in the way of offense, despite enjoying most of the possession in this contest. An opportunity to seize control of this match. Play is back underway. Les Rouges, they own the contest's only shot on target. It's courtesy of Darren Smith. It is saved by this man in purple, JT Harms. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Just before this play restarting, as we get another whistle for a stoppage, Matt Glazer was shown a yellow from Robert Vincezi. Since the aforementioned Vincezi handed out that red card to forward Madison, it's just been a steady stream of boos here at Breese Stevens Field. This crowd is apoplectic. Rodriguez charging forward into space. Detroit City electing to recycle this ball again. There's Williams. Maxi Rodriguez now desperately trying to shake free of pressure. Now slid forward. Out wide, it's Reese Williams. He'll stand up across. McCamey is there to head it away. Out of play it goes, and Detroit City, the beneficiary of a corner. McCamey got going in the offensive category, doling out an assist last round, but it's been his defense today. He's had a hand in just about every defensive action tonight for forward Madison. Meanwhile, it'll be Williams with the service in here for Detroit City. Inside the final 10 of regulation. Williams, high arching, in swinger, falling all the way through. And it will be a JT Harms goal kick. Harms will put it back into play to restart things. Enter the Prinx Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on your screen and enter today. Bouncing header along from Giamfi. Thumped back down. Rodriguez trying to make something happen and does. Gets past McCamey. Rodriguez flanked by Williams. Williams wanting that cutback denied, and it will be another corner for Detroit City. Second in the last 3 minutes for Le Rouge. This time it'll be Aiden Stanley. He'll have the service from the near side. Stanley boots this back in, punched away by Harms. Off the half volley, deflected. It'll stay on this end. Consecutive corners for Detroit City. Forward Madison, that might be one of the more dominant teams in League One in terms of set-piece goals. Detroit City, they're a top 5 team in USL Championship in set-piece goals this season. But just one corner goal in 2026 for Danny Dicchio's team. It'll be Ryan Williams with the take. Williams floats this back in the mixer, headed wide, and it will be a whistle. Has been some defensive performance for forward Madison. They haven't budged an inch since going down a man. Despite Detroit City stacking up some of those corners these last 5-6 minutes. Forward Madison continues to stymie the visitors' attack. Harms swings it forward, nodded out of play, and Detroit City will have the throw. Zonal defending so far of Forward Madison has cost Detroit City a lot of fits. The Rouge, though, working their way slowly but surely down the pitch. Here is Reese Williams. Toss in, finding Rodriguez. Can't step inside on Romanchin. Yane, he's tripped up. Williams able to stick the foot in and win it back successfully. Here's Reese Williams. Yane trying to go back at him and get that ball back. Williams able to connect with Joe, Orlando City Academy man. Here's Montgomery meanwhile. Big movement around here for Detroit City. Able to cycle that ball over. It's knocked out of play again. It's another corner again for Detroit City. The top three team, Le Rouge are, in terms of corner generation in USL Championship this season, came in with 53. They go the short route in. Lofted back wide. Amu Mensah heads it along into a crowd. Falling back toward Yamazaki, couldn't get the touch off though. And a chance here for Forward Madison to break out. Still 0-0. Final four. We are inside of regulation. Plus stoppage time. We've seen some extended stoppages, a lot of cards, a lot of fouls in the second half. I have to imagine maybe at least 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time. Should we end the full 90 minutes level at 0-0? As a reminder, we will go to penalties here in the Prinx Tires USL Cup to determine points. Very valuable points on the line tonight here in this Group 4 fixture. Detroit City, this is their first Prinx Tires contest of the season. Forward Madison trying to get in the win column for the first time after falling against Lexington. Gobu gave it up. Detroit City back on it now. Here's Amu Mensah. Yamazaki stutters. Now Yamazaki! Haruki Yamazaki silencing the Madison crowd and pulling Detroit ahead late, 1-0. The former Northern Colorado Hailstorm man, he's got experience in this competition, and he's got a dangerous right boot going bar down on JT Harms. Danny Dicchio referred to him this week as a guy who's found his feet this season and cemented his position in this starting 11 week in, week out. A shifty guy that can get in and out of tight spaces. Haruki Yamazaki might have won it for Le Rouge. You could feel it building for Detroit City these last few minutes. They'd stacked corner on top of corner. They'd stacked opportunity on top of opportunity, and they finally have the breakthrough they have so desperately sought. Now Madison looking for a response. Mizaki able to come up with it and just thump that clear. The switch over, Kenyane, the layoff inside over to McCamey. And another whistle here, collision. The fourth official has indicated 6 minutes of just coffee stoppage time here at the end of this full 90 minutes. Plenty of time if you're forward Madison to pull yourselves back level. Driven back into play at the restart, headed down but wide. A real hold your breath moment for Le Rouge on that restart. Now Detroit City, they will make their final change of the night. Connor Rutz will come on. Rutz, who got the start last match week in the spot that Cedeno would normally start in. The match winner as a substitute a few matches ago for Detroit City. Coming on to try to help Danny Dicchio's team anchor this result and pick up 3 points in the Group 4 standings to join Lou City, Union Omaha, and Lexington SC atop the Group 4 table. So 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. Forward Madison back on the attack. Kenyane over to his defensive partner, McCamey. There's Colin McCamey. To flick this one on and ahead. Kenyane, nice move to get past one. Kenny Kenyane able to get the cross off. Took a deflection. Kenyane still battling. He and Reese Williams both wrestling down. It will be a forward Madison corner. 7th of the night, Canopy Wealth Management donating another $50 to the Mini Pitch fundraising project for forward Madison. In swinging ball, back stick, Herrera is there. In the land of traffic and chaos to lay on it. It's winning time, presented by Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit forwardmadison.com/winning-time for your chance to win your favorite Forward Madison FC kit. $100 in reward play and $50 in food and beverage credit redeemable at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. One lucky winner will be chosen on Monday after tonight's match. Cleared out, Forward Madison will have the throw. Goes and fought so hard trying to snatch some kind of result in this contest. Those hopes were a bit dashed earlier in this half. In the 77th minute, when they went down a man, could not maintain that 0-0 scoreline. Harms fires this forward. Time continuing to tick down. Headed away by Detroit City. Goes back to Romanchin. Ultimately, Amu Mensah will pounce on this ball and hammer it forward all the way back down. A run there for Detroit City. Able to force Colin McCamey back on his heels, just has to head that one out. And now Le Rouge can burn more time off this clock as Connor Rutz will take his time. Williams, the toss in toward the end line. Hacked ahead by Forward Madison. Official checks the watch. Last push here for the home side. Anorjamfi. Stephen Anorjamfi dispossessed, cleared away by Detroit City. JT Harms, he'll carry this one out, waving all bodies forward, hoping for one last prayer to be answered. Knocked down via the header, it falls in front, turning, shot deflected. And Gobu's effort doesn't make its way through, and it's one last corner here for Forward Madison. Canopy Wealth Management donating another $50 to the Mini Pitch fundraising project. They've scored 4 corner goals this season, Madison have. Hoping to find a 5th at the death. Harms is forward, the net is empty. Likely the last kick. Swung out. Attacking the header was Amu Mensah. Falling on it is Romanchin from distance. It won't make its way through. And there is the whistle. It is all final in Madison, Wisconsin. And Danny Dicchio's Detroit City, the victors. A gritty, hard-fought performance for the visitors from Detroit. They see it through to the end and across the finish line in their first USL Cup fixture of 2026. Detroit City pick up a 1-0 win. Despite the losing effort, your man of the match, presented by Bear Insurance, is JT Harms. Did everything he could to keep Forward Madison in this contest, claiming crosses, punching balls away, made a crucial save on Darren Smith earlier in the contest. Kept it scoreless for as long as possible, and getting man of the match honors is JT Harms for Forward Madison. We've reached the conclusion, the full 90 and then some. And Detroit City picking up the win over Forward Madison. We'll head to break and return to Wisconsin's capital city to break it all down.
TrueStage aspires to be the most trusted insurance and financial services provider. For more than 90 years, our work has been guided by the philosophy of people helping people. Today, we help protect more than 39 million customers through every stage of their financial lives. Our suite of protection solutions is designed to grow over the long term, and we're continually evolving to serve our partners and their customers better. Together, we can create more access, more stability, and more confidence. Learn more at TrueStage.com.
Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, home of Just Coffee, a worker cooperative roasting fresh, quality, 100% fair trade coffee for over 20 years. We work with farmers from grower co-ops all over the world to support their communities as well as ours. Experience the fair trade difference yourself. Just Coffee. We do justice from the grounds up.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Madison, Wisconsin, it is full time. Our final score presented by Rhyme and Detroit City, the visitors, on the right side of that final score line, 1-0 over Forward Madison. A hard-fought effort for the Mingos, but unable to hold on to that 0-0 score line and snatch a result. Let's catch you up on how we got here. Our full-time points and starting their journey in the Prinx Tires Cup off with a win. As we take a look at our full-time stats presented by Rhyme, Detroit City, they set on 6 shots at the end of the first 45 minutes, but they had 0 shots on target. They did well for themselves to rectify that in the second 45 minutes. As the contest carried on, especially once they went up a man, they were the aggressors, initiating things, and they are rewarded for that 56% possession. A win, 1-0 for Detroit City. What a match here in our second round in this Group 4. Detroit City are victorious to start things off on their run in the Prinx Tires USL Cup, and they get their first ever away win. For producer Josh Ceballos and the rest of our broadcast crew, I'm Jake Griffith saying so long from Madison, Wisconsin. Le Rouge are victorious 1-0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.